Good evening, Nigeria. This is your favorite program called Radio Mechanic. Olua Kayode Increase Oshorun is my name. When you hear the voice behind the MIC, you know what we have on board and what we want to talk about. I don't do anything that auto detailing. What I do is how to teach every car owner the principle and the fundamental principle of automobile. That is what I've trained to be, and that's what I know how to do best. I give my best and I explain details to you on how to go about it. But most of the time, we don't pay attention to the way the manufacturer said we should use our automobile. This evening, I am in Abuja FCT just to make you have a clear understanding of what we have on board. I want to tell you a little clue on the things you need to look out for. 5 warning lights you should never ignore in your automobile. And if you go through my status, you're going to see this. I share this with some of my friends for them to understand that there are ways you could enjoy your vehicle and there are ways you can maintain your car. When you should maintain your car, the oil light pressure warning light comes on if your engine has lost pressure. See, the viscosity of the oil filter, the engine oil, these are the difficult things you could face. And you know the truth, we barely follow the rules and the regulation that the manufacturer has given us to use in maintaining our vehicles. And why I'm emphasizing on the oil pressure as number one. The oil pressure warning light comes on if your engine has lost oil pressure or oil pressure is too low for the safety of the engine. You should pull over and check. 3 things you need to look out for. 1, you pull out your dipstick to see if you don't have oil. Try get the specific oil from the manufacturer and top up the oil for the automobile. Number 2, you check your oil cap if it's tightened very well. If it's not tightened, you know you've lost so many pressure oil, then the oil viscosity has drained off. Good. Number 3, the oil filter. You have to check if the oil filter is leaking. That's why you see me talk about the oil pressure light. Then the number 2 that I need to call your attention to this evening is the temperature warning light. What is temperature? We have temperature in cars, we have temperatures in automobile. And the temperature of the automobile is a very simple analysis. The temperature warning light comes on if your engine is overheating. Do not continue driving if your engine is overheating. Kindly stop and check. Things to check are very simple. Number 1, don't open the radiator immediately. Allow the car stay for 20 to 30 minutes before you open the radiator cap. If you open the radiator cap, there's water there. You check your bell or your fan. If your fan is not working, automatically the car is going to do overheating. Then if your fan is working, check if the water pump or the thermostat of the vehicle is still intact. If these ones are not working, sincerely you will suffer from overheating. Then you need to consult your technician to help you check and give you the direction on how to go about it. It's because there's no more time. I've got given you more tips on how to go about it. Low cost, 50-50 of coolant. You know, when a manufacturer tells you to get a coolant, he knows why he's telling you to get a coolant. The coolant we get in Nigeria, we have some that they call colored water. Colored water is not a good coolant at all. But we have the original coolant, which is expensive. Sincerely, if you're buying 1 liter of that one, it's about 4,500. And if you're buying the 4 liter in a big can, it's going to cost you like 12 to 15,000 naira. I don't think that's expensive enough. You can easily get that for yourself and have a safety on your vehicle all the time. Then let's look at it. Number 3, charging system warning light. This one is very simple, extremely simple. The charging system warning light comes on when your battery is not charging. There are reasons why your alternator might not be functioning the way it should function. 1, if your alternator belt got worn off, the battery will stop charging automatically. So this you need to stop and check why. You check your terminals are intact. You check your alternator. The way to know if your alternator is working, if you don't have any equipment to test, all you need to do is to restart the vehicle and terminate one of the battery head. Then if the car goes off automatically, it tells you your alternator is not working. And if your alternator is working, there is no belt to power the alternator when the engine is rolling, you will definitely suffer for it. The alternator won't charge, the battery will shut down. In 20 minutes, you are out of power. So think about this as number 3. Number 4, brake warning light. There are different components in braking system that could make your brake warning light comes on. Number 1, if your brake pad is worn out, your brake light is going to pop up. See, if you open your engine and you discover your brake oil is low, your brake fluid is low, it's a simple analysis that the brake pad of the vehicle is going down. The brake pad is getting worn out. So don't bother topping the brake fluid, because if you top the brake fluid, you will suffer 2 damages. Till when the brake pad will worn out, you will know. You continue topping your brake fluid and you discover that your brake pad is running out. If you have brake pad in front, good for you. If you have behind, it's good for you. All you need to do is to replace those brake pads. Then if the brake pads are intact, check the brake lines, the brake holes, the ABS control module, the caliper, the master brake. This one gives you analysis on how to see when your warning light comes on. Pull over and check all these things. There are some that you cannot do. In our DIY section, I will teach you how to do that all the time, and you'll see how it goes. Well, the last on the list this evening of the warning light is more light. There are different kind of lights on the dashboard. So if you don't see this light the way you should see them, you'll definitely have an issue. So for you not to have that issue, face the reality of life. Oluwa Kayode Increase Oshoru is my name. You can follow me on my Facebook, www.facebook.com/Radio Mechanic, or come on our Instagram page, Radio Mechanic. And above all, for any information, for any inquiry, you can call 0803-382-2005. Have a beautiful evening and stay blessed. Bye.